What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you saw the title and the thumbnail. We're talking about designer fragrances with some real staying power. That's very important for a lot of people these days, right? You want them to last. You want them to be strong. I get it. You want to really feel like you're getting value for your money. And value for your money for a lot of people is all-day performance. Well, fortunately, these particular 10 do that. They're perfect for the season with the cool weather that we're dealing with. There's links down below if you're interested in checking any of these out. Of course, you don't have to buy shit to watch these videos. It's just there in case you do want to do a little bit of shopping, help support the channel. But let's dive into these 10. Stay tuned. Smoky, spicy, woodsy, resinous, a lot of people's favorite from Hugo Boss. We got Boss Bottled Elixir. Tried and true, will last all day and then some, will knife through the cold. It projects really well. It's got great sillage. It'll linger in the air. It's got just the right amount of sweetness, just the right amount to balance out the resins and the light spiciness that you're going to get. It's very smoked, a little earthy. But all in all, just a beautiful fragrance that's on the oriental resinous side of things. That's perfect for the cold. I would not want to wear this one in the warmer weather. I just don't think this will do well. This is not the kind of profile that is tantalizing to the senses, in my opinion, in the heat. But in the cooler weather, boy, it's just built for it. Whether day or night, there's a nip in the air and you're bundled up. Quarter zips, crew necks, bomber jackets, leather jackets, blazers, whatever. Nice and cool outside, dinner date or not, this stuff is going to last all day into the night and then some. Obviously, your level of nose fatigue will vary with all of these, but for me, serious power coming from this little bottle, Boss Bottled Elixir. Spicy, leathery, smoky, a little on the sweet side, really potent compared to its eau de toilette. We've got Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum, one of the best in the line. Argument for being the best in the line. Honestly, this is some really good stuff. We're actually going to give it a little spritz on the hand for this one. God, that's so good. Fiery, red hot spice. Charred resins. Like I said, this charred, smoky nuance to it. It's a little on the leathery side. Dark leather that followed it just couldn't live up. This was too good of a fragrance, in my opinion. Spicebomb Dark Leather was solid, but this was just too good. This is the best they've put out in years, in my opinion. Especially if you're looking for a performer that will knife through the cold like a hot knife through butter. Definitely look at this one. This is a bit more refined. It's not as playful and aromatically sweet, full of pink pepper and stuff. Like the Eau de Toilette, I find that one's a bit more youthful. Still a beautiful fragrance, but when you compare it to the Eau de Parfum, I find it's a bit more youthful. This one's a little more grown. This one's a little bit more matured, if you will. If you're looking for a spice bomb that's got that grown man feel, but still full of sex appeal, here you go. It will last all day and then some, especially if you're wearing this in the evenings. And it's actually overkill performance because this stuff's a straight up beast. Again, from Victor and Rolf, we've got Spicebomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. Spicy, sweet fruits. A little rosy, woodsy. We've got Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir. I don't find too many people really talk about this one a whole lot anymore. This is still one of the best they've ever produced in the line. It's like 2022, 2021, I think 2022 this came out. It's been out for a few years now. Actually won the vote for the All-Star tier in my member giveaway. This got voted on as the main prize for that tier. It's a good one, and it's really strong too. You don't need a lot of sprays. The rose here is smooth, rich, plays right into that apple Divana combo for the sweetness here. It's not the typical bubblegum sweetness that you get from 1 Million. A little bit of it's there. It's just a bit more fruity overall because of the apple. But it's still dense and dark. There's a slight earthy tone from some patchouli. But all in all, still a sweet, warm, woodsy fragrance with knock your socks off performance. This one uses 3 to 5 sprays is plenty. Or I'm crazy and you need 20 sprays like some of you are going to type in the comments. Whatever. I'm glad we don't hang out for those of you that spray like a nutbag. In my experience, don't need all that with a strong-ass fragrance. And this is a strong-ass fragrance. You're going to get all the performance you could desire and then some. Another one that's kind of overkill, especially if you're going to wear it in the evenings. It's going to become a less is more fragrance because you get a lot out of each spray with this one. Beautiful stuff that doesn't get the love it deserves anymore. Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir. You know, the Absolute's really good. It adds more spice, adds a little bit of some plum, but all in all, if you're looking for real performance, Le Male Elixir, oh boy, wow, is this overkill. You don't need a lot of sprays of this one either. Powdery sweet honey, a little earthy, the powdery sweetness from this Tonka vanilla combo. A little bit of this green aromatic smell to somewhat tie it to the original's DNA, just a little bit. It doesn't really have any mintiness or anything like that. Very faint resemblance to the original Le Male, but definitely cranks up the sweetness, the performance, the powder, a little bit of earthiness. Like I said, they have this light tobacco accord, but it is gorgeous. Man, if you're looking for power, my God, is this one overkill. This 75 ml, I'll probably never go through it because I do 3 sprays when I wear this one because this stuff is stout. And then another one, if you wear this one in the evenings, another great evening scent. It well beyond what you need. This stuff will be on your skin far into the next day if you hit the bed without taking a shower, which I always shower before bed. But everybody's different. If you're looking for crazy performance from a designer, Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir is that. Toffee sweet, a little spice. This is the sweetest of the line. I know we have the new one, Powerfully, coming out. I'm pretty excited to get my hands on that one. I get all of them. We're talking Strong With You line, but here we're talking about Intensely. Intensely is probably the beasts of the beasts, at least in my experience. This is probably the strongest one of the bunch. And they're all strong and long-lasting fragrances. They're all sweet. They're all based around roasted chestnut with a little bit of cinnamon and some lavender, a little bit of amber, some vanilla. It's all kind of the core DNA. Here it ramps it up heavy with some toffee sweetness. It's just stunning. It really is. If you like sweet fragrances, man, this is one of the best. Has been for years. This is phenomenal. And this will knock your socks off in performance. This is another one that is far too much for an evening scent. If you're wearing this one all day, spray what you're going to spray, and it's going to go all day. It will. You don't need to spray your clothes, guys. A lot of you like to spray your clothes. I personally don't. I get asked all the time, why do you just spray your skin? They're created to be on skin. They're created to react with natural oils on your skin chemistry and develop. That's how you get that unique experience, that unique olfactive experience. So on skin all day and then some. The dry down is magnifique. It's just the right amount of woods and sweetness. You get a light touch of that roasted chestnut. This one's not as chestnut forward as some of the others in the DNA, but it's definitely the sweetest of the bunch with that toffee. That toffee is awesome in the top note of this one. Crazy, crazy, crazy strong is Emporio Armani Strong With You Intensely. Now, sure, I could have went with Bad Boy Extreme. That's a monster. But I prefer the Cobalts when it comes to this line. I can't wait for Cobalt Absolute. I can't wait to get that in my hands because the original Cobalt and Cobalt Elixir are big shoes to fill. Cobalt Elixir is special. You still get a little bit of that plum fruitiness from the original Cobalt, but here it cranks up the sweetness. It's a little smoky. You get a touch of earthiness from some truffle. This is magnificent. This is stout, too. This is another one where 5 sprays goes the distance. This one knifes through the cold very easily. It's the sweeter of the 2 Cobalt. Well, I don't know. I can't say the 3 Cobalts because I haven't tried the 3rd one yet. It just got announced. I don't even think it's available yet. If it is, I need to go buy it. But Cobalt Elixir, man, this is one of the best Carolina Herrera's put out in years for men, in my opinion, especially in this particular line. This is going to be big shoes to fill for the newest flanker because it's really good. It stays true to the previous version of Cobalt, like I said, with that plum, musky, fresh, spicy smell. But here, again, crank up the sweetness, make it a little smoky and resinous. It's much more warm and ambery. And then that earthy truffle that's added is the icing on top of the cake, I guess you could say. Beautiful stuff. Again, crazy performance out of this one for me. From Carolina Herrera, we've got Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. Sweet, powdery, woodsy, creamy. Still has the caramel sweetness from the original. This stuff's got stupid longevity. You're going to have to scrub this one off your skin. At least that's been my experience. It's loud, but it's longer lasting than it is loud. Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Le Parfum. Yeah, the Absolute's a monster too. The new Intense definitely has some great longevity, but in my experience, the most powerful one of the bunch is the Le Parfum if you're looking for the performance. It's rich, it's smooth at the same time. Caramel sweetness. It's a boyish, youthful type of scent profile, so you got to know that going into it. It's a playful, younger man's sweet scent. So Gentlemen that like the more refined, classic style fragrances probably won't enjoy this one, but those of you that like the modern sweet stuff, which I do, and my wife loves when I wear the modern sweet stuff, it's her preferred options on me is stuff like this. God, it's just killing me in the air here. Just engulfing the atmosphere, seriously. And I got infrared eau de parfum on my hand, and it is drowning that. Oh, that's spice. But it's drowning it out, that spray I just put in the air. This stuff is really freaking powerful. So if you like sweet fragrances, I know we got a lot of sweet fragrances here, but that's you're going to get crazy power out of a lot of these. I mean, that's why they're in the video, right? So Jean Paul Gaultier, if you like sweet, you like powerful, you'll like a lot of their offerings. And Scandal Le Parfum encompasses all of those things. Now, this one surprised me. This is a new release, and this is really good. Caramelized fig, licorice, leather. It's woodsy. Oh, K Parfum from Dolce & Gabbana. This stuff lasts and lasts, and that's really strong early on, but it lasts. It's just got this interesting, like, the way the licorice comes across with this sweeter fig more so than a bitter fig. Because the previous version, K EDP Intense, it was a bit more bitter and earthy the way the fig came across and the leather accord that was in there. But here, it's just smoothed out so much without being overly sweet. The balance of adding licorice and sweetening up the fig a little bit, it just works. This is hands down the best evolution of this scent profile. And it turns out it's really, really freaking long lasting. It's not the brightest one. I think K Eau de Parfum, the second rendition of this, the loudest fragrance of the bunch with some really good longevity. But this one, man, it radiates off the skin. This one's a Sauvage monster. It performs like a higher oil concentration where it sits a little bit closer to the skin. It's loud at first, but it's not as loud and bright as a lighter oil concentration. So it's loud at first, and what it settles into is thick and dense and just kind of hovers around you and lingers in the air really easy and lasts a long ass time. So if you want a very different experience from a designer, this is an outside the box kind of fragrance for them. For a brand like Dolce & Gabbana, this is outside the box. Caramelized fig, licorice, woods, a little bit of a leather accord as well. It still has the juniper berry aromatic geranium combo from the original still hiding in the DNA. Man, this is really good. This did not get a fair shake. I don't think anybody really praised this one a whole lot. I was outside of myself giving it some love this year. Then again, I don't watch a lot of content because I make content every day, but man, give this one a shot if you want something different. Crazy longevity and sillage too. Dolce & Gabbana K Parfum. I'm such a fan of this one. It really doesn't smell that much like the base DNA. Like it's a reach to tie it to it. It's there, a little fruitiness, aromatic, all the good stuff. But all in all, the way the citruses come across, the caramel sweetness, the smoky, oriental, woody side of this, it's very much the Middle Eastern feel, is incredible. And Eros Najim from Versace. And this is crazy longevity. Stout stuff. This is easily 10 to 12 hours on skin for me. I don't know about you, but for me, it's crazy. Really strong stuff. Very present at all times. Whereas if you don't dial up the sprays too much, which I'm more of a moderate to lighter sprayer, and that anywhere from 3 to 7 spray range is my typical, mainly 5 sprays most of the time, I get plenty of performance out of that, especially with a stronger fragrance like this. It becomes less is more because I don't need you to smell me from across the room because I have a loud personality. I have a loud presence. I don't need my fragrance to match my energy. When your fragrance matches your energy, it's either too much or too little. If you're super introverted and not very outgoing and you have a very subdued fragrance, you want a fragrance that kind of opposes your energy a little bit. Like if you're loud like me, maybe you don't need as loud of a fragrance. Whereas if you're more a quieter personality overall, not as commanding of the room that you walk into, you're the person I would probably go with the stronger fragrance, you know? Just makes sense, right? God, that's fantastic. And best looking bottle of the bunch. That burnt orange, copperish color combo, man. Eros Energy looks pretty good too. All in all, the Eros bottle's beautiful. Always has been. But the color combos they've been coming with lately, I dig it. I dig it. But Eros Najim doesn't get enough love. Great performance. Middle Eastern Eros, basically. It's fantastic. And Duke Nukem of designer fragrances, nuke them out with 3 sprays, easy, with Sauvage Elixir. Too much performance. It's too much sauce. You can get away with 1 spray on this fragrance. But this stuff is a Godzilla-like monster. This is be cautious when spraying, know your surroundings. At least this has been my experience. 3 sprays, I have been told, is far too much by my wife. I've gotten to where I do 2 sprays when I do wear it. It's woody, it's spicy and aromatic. There's just a little bit of sweetness to balance it here, but it's a very woody, spicy, dominant profile. Cardamom, nutmeg, a lot of nutmeg gives that dry, woody spice. And I forgot what the other spicy note is. I believe it's a little bit of sandalwood. Doesn't smell anything like Dior Sauvage in any way, shape, or form. I'm reaching to try to tie it to that Ambroxan DNA. Nothing like it, but boy, this stuff is something. You're going to spend a lot of freaking money on this, but boy, a little bottle, 60 ml like this, goes a long, long way. Because this stuff is nuclear. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dior Sauvage Elixir. Well, that is the 10. Could it have been more than 10? Yeah, it could have. But then the video would have been very long. You know, we could always do a part 2 in the future. If you're interested in seeing something like that, definitely comment down below. And we'll space them out. Maybe in a week or 2, we'll do a part 2. I know somebody's going to say do clones next. And, oh, what about niche? Maybe. We'll see what the demand looks like. You guys let me know. What would you like to see next? Would you like to see a clone version of this topic? Would you like to see a niche version of this topic? Let me know down below. Again, there's links down below if you want to check any of these out. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. We'll see you on the next one.